Hi, I'm Kaylee Beck, and I'm a teacher at Whitlock Flexible Learning Center in District 7 in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Today I'll be teaching you the differences, similarities, and some modern applications of idealist and perennialist philosophies. I need to begin by introducing you to our idealists. First, we have Plato from around 400 BC Greece. We have Hegel and Froebel in 18th and 19th century Germany, and then American contemporaries Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau. Okay, let's start by meeting Plato. He spent a great deal of his time sharing the ideas and teachings of his mentor Socrates. However, he came up with some really significant ideas of his own. The most important of these is his concept of the truth as an ideal, unchanging, and universal concept. When it comes to Plato's idea of the truth, three essential components must be looked at in their application to modern-day education. First is the Socratic method, a dialogue method focused on asking probing questions. Confusion is a dynamic part of this because it signals that a student recognizes their incorrect or incomplete opinion. The second component is mentorship. This is the seemingly basic teacher-student dynamic that is essential to education. Third is the idea of learning as a process of self-examination and rediscovery, where the mentor provokes a student to engage in a lifelong pursuit for the truth through lifelong, rigorous self-reflection. Now enter the Germans. Hegel's idea of the absolute mind came from the resurgence of some of Plato's teachings. His teachings on the stages of history reveals the evolution of culture and pitches development as a type of unfolding. Froebel built on these ideas with interconnectedness and early childhood development. We're going to wrap up idealism with the American version called Transcendentalism. Emerson believed that truth came from within a person and that all religions came from nature. He created the concept of an oversoul. Thoreau built on this with his belief in a higher law and practice of civil disobedience. We will next discuss Perrenialism, which emphasizes an education that is enduring and a curriculum based on what is universal. Hutchins argued that education should only be devoted to cultivating human intellect. He believed in very specific roles for teachers and was a proponent for the liberal arts. Mortimer Adler worked closely with Hutchins and developed the Paideia proposal. This proposal argues that a genuinely equal educational opportunity should be available to all children. Supporters of this argue its validity due to the idea of a universal human nature. In Perrenialism, there is Martin's integral humanism and neo-perennialism movements as well. In today's schools, we can see the Paideia curriculum is very active, as it is the standard 12-year primary-secondary format that is still widely adopted. Common Core would also easily be understood as a resurgence of perennialist ideas. However, we do track and differentiate, which goes against many perennialist principles. They would love the standardized testing, but not all the widely available data.